So the Boardroom IG page put up a graphic of the most followed NCAA hoopers in the tournament.
Yes, girls.
Top 4 are all women's hoopers.
Yes, girls.
Paige Beckers leads the way with 2.1 million followers. Flagg, who got her team eliminated by UCLA, just to point out, just in case you guys didn't watch that game. 2 million Instagram subscribers. Haley Van Lith at 1.2. Juju Watkins.
Juju, why?
1.1, sending our love and prayer to Juju.
Why?
And likely #1 overall pick, Cooper Flagg in 5th with 1 million followers.
Damn, that's all you got?
So Lexi, what does this say about the state of men's and women's college hoops?
Well, I think everyone says it all the time. There's no storytelling, there's no storylines, and there's no relationships built in men's college basketball anymore.
Yeah, no more, for sure.
So I think it's just as simple as that. Also, I think women are they're better at social media, I think. There's a lot of taking pictures and doing stuff like that, interacting and engagement.
It's a bunch of fucking creeps out here.
Yeah. That too.
Yeah. There's a lot of thirst.
That's a conversation for another day, but yeah. But yeah, I think that's the benefit of women staying in college. As long as they do, they're able to build their platforms and brands how they want. It wasn't always like that. So seeing the girls in the 4 of the top 5 is really fire. Because I remember them coming up from high school and just seeing them all grow and build, all very differently. Yeah. And they're all very unique. I think this is fire.
So, Lexi, to your point that women hoopers know how to use social media better than men. After the show yesterday, you had the phone stuck to the glass back there, making videos, doing TikToks, getting to work. I had no idea what was going on. Sorry for making you have to do another take.
I love the TikTok.
But yeah, even for us, we all grew up watching March Madness. You know, I remember how much of an impact it used to have on my life, watching games. Doing that stuff, used to look forward to it. I still think about Mike Bibby in Arizona squad beating Kentucky in the Natty game, him rocking the phone posits, but it don't feel like that.
It's not hitting the same.
Because this dude was on this team last year, and he's been in 3 schools since whatever. And I know it happens both on the men's and women's side, but like, so do you even watch the tournament like that anymore on the men's side?
Not really, unless it's like, I watch Cooper Flagg, just because the star power. But yeah, it lost its mojo, I feel like. Oh, it's too many one and dones. I don't really know where people at. One day they playing on this team, next thing you know, they playing for another team. And I don't know, I just don't got that. You don't hear the diaper dandies and, my man ain't out there. It's just...
Shout out Dickie V.
It's lost its umph.
Yeah, it got to get back, I think probably the last time I felt good about March Madness probably was when Zion was playing. Yeah.
And then Kenyon, to your side, you see the graphic with the, the state of the Instagram following and who are the most followed NCAA hoopers. What does that say about the state of men's and women's college basketball? Also last year, women's tournament, smacked the men's tournament viewership.
Just focus on the growth of the women's game. There's more little girls that look like Paige and that have their parents and created Instagram accounts for them and they follow them and different things like that dream to be them one day, So it's dope, man, just to see where it's going, to have Juju in there as well, giving hope to little brown girls everywhere to strive to be something like this is great. Just because it's like, I've always said, the women players have always been more skilled than the men players because they have to be. And it's just now that people are starting to pay attention to it more and they're starting to see it. So it's dope. Yeah. It's just really dope, man, to see it. And to y'all point about the men's side, it's the conversation I had, somebody was like, and you don't see Cinderella teams this year or last year.
No.
I said, because every Cinderella school, they big player, they best player, transferred to the team that's in the Elite 8.
Yep.
So you're not going to see any more Cinderella schools. Hate to bust y'all bubble with this.
Mid-majors are like
them days. The mid-majors are like JUCOs right now. You're not. They not making this Elite 8, Sweet 6. It's just not going to happen.
It feels like going to a mid-major now is punishment.
It is.
Yeah. Where back in the day, hey, you might not have got recruited by the major conferences, major schools, but you can go to a mid-major. You kind of still have a similar. They might have more gear or more resources than you, but you're all on kind of a level playing field. Where now coaches
not
hitting that
even
portal, they
close,
looking,
no.
oh, here's a check for you.
Man.
Yeah.
It's
Holler
not
back.
even close.
And it's making it hard on the freshmen and incoming freshmen, things like that, because they have to wait. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy that they literally, so they got to wait unless you come in with that, the Dylan Harpers, the Cooper Flagg, unless you come in with that, you got to, like, there's nobody checking for you, really, which is unfortunate for the men's side of it. And
Right.
Or they're
even
just gonna end up
McDonald's.
at the
And you
smaller
got-
schools first, and then they're gonna
you
have
got
to.
these kids that's, I'm gonna cut all that, like, man, these guys are 25,
say that.
26 years old,
Old as
24,
shit.
25,
Old as
26
shit.
years old playing college basketball.
What was
It's
the
a dude
oldest
playing.
25?
Just as old
I'm
as
watching the
Luka.
dude play the
I'm
other
saying,
day,
like,
man.
you
I'm
can't be
look-
the same age as Luka still in the.
Older than Zion.
I'm looking at him, I'm like, look at this grown ass man. Who the kid played for that he fell on his arm and they
Oh,
thought he
the
broke
Auburn
his
kid.
arm? I'm
How
like,
old is he?
shit, the nigga at least 30.
Nigga, you look 30. Nigga, you look 30.
Tell me you came out the womb, my boy.
They're old as
Shit, nigga,
shit.
at least 30.
Nigga, you look 30.
And now, and the new thing that they're trying to do with the JUCO,
Yeah, like
Yeah,
The
but that
eligibility.
doesn't count against your eligibility.
that's gonna
Yeah,
mess
correct.
everything up.
Right, you can go to JUCO, go to college, play, get a medical, play, get another medical, probably play 2 more. Then now you're 26 years old, man. Like,
And they gonna
Playing
finesse it
against
now
kids.
because you make so much money in college now. So they're just gonna try and finesse it.
And like with
shit
I
show.
think the women's, they got a lot of those Jimmy Fredette's and Steph Curry stories. You know, like
Jimmy Fredette.
you know, whatever.
Jimmy
But when
Fredette.
Jimmy was playing, everybody wanted to see him and shoot all them crazy shots. I don't think on the men's side, we ain't had one of those in a while.
because people don't stick with, like Lexi's
Well,
point.
because people are asking about
They
like
1 year here, 1 year there, 1 year
when
there.
you
like,
were
they
when
stand-
I was in college, you got to think about the guys that were also in college when we was there. Like Trae Young was in college and I was in college. All the Duke players, the guys at UNC when they were really good, like there were superstars everywhere, and it was a bunch of them on a bunch of different teams. Now it's like you got one here, you got one here, and then for 1 year they all team up and maybe get to the Final Four, and then it's over
Yeah.
in the end.
And they stand for 3 years, 2-3 years then.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
now-
like, but people are like, y'all didn't get the viewership. I said, look at who was playing on the men's side. Like, it was just different.
And it's frowned upon to stay like 3 years. You don't really, the NBA don't really look at them type of guys in the first round that much. You know, back then, you know, somebody that was a junior or senior could go like top 5 or number 1.
But they ain't.
You know,
They gonna start. Trust me, They ain't got no choice to start drafting guys 22, 23.
Yeah, they
no-
gonna have
I'm saying,
to.
They ain't got no choice.
It's like it's just becoming like a trickle down effect.
Yeah.
Cause dudes ain't standing in college. Everybody can't keep drafting everybody 19, bruh.
No.
Yeah,
Like,
'cause
you
the,
just-
league is, the league is gonna look disgusting if you do that.
Yes, you just can't.
You got a bunch of 19-year-olds.
yeah, that's what's
just
going
can't.
on
Hey,
now,
yeah. You might as well start letting them come out of high school if you're gonna continue to
Right.
do that.
Exactly.
Okay, I just want to talk about one thing you said. Parents creating Instagram accounts for their kids. See this a lot nowadays. Parents, I got to chill with trying to talk in the voice of your child,
Oh,
using
yeah,
elaborate
that's
ass words like we know it's you, going
That's
at
it.
other kid pages, but it's just the parents going at each other. Kids
Yeah.
have no idea what's going on. Kids
That's
don't-
crazy.
I mean, I see
actually.
this all the time, and they be going just hard on each other, and it's like,
Oh, I know you do, because you be coaching and stuff.
I'm
Oh yeah, like what is the state of like youth
like
sports
little
right now?
kids. My
Oh,
kids
it's
are
crazy.
6 and 8. Talk about being on
Crazy.
Instagram.
Too much.
I'm on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's gonna go on IG. I'm just like, y'all gotta chill out, man. Like,
For real.
It's more. So my kids my youngest two, we went over to a new program, and I'm just sitting. I look at shit the way I'm thinking to myself like, it's like $100,000 worth of motherfucking shoes in this bitch right
Yeah.
now. Right? The new KDs, the new
Oh,
books,
man.
the new Jaws, the new this, the Jordan this, the one. I'm like, fucking kids don't know how to fucking dribble.
You got new shoes on, fool.
Like
Crazy.
exclusives though. There's two little girls walk in. I'm like, damn, when them come out? Some of old KDs with the strap on. I'm like, yeah, they walk both of them. So I'm like, when them come out?
Like those are not the hooping.
No, I'm like, damn.
Those are
Coming that
Yeah,
motherfucker.
not anymore.
You leave them in a box and think about wearing them.
Yeah.
Like you don't even wear them.
Shooting,
Like
a
I just have it.
shooting a layup over the basket.
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
That
bro.
motherfucker.
It'd be crazy.
They
Right?
look good.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like my daughter think I'm nuts. Trust me. No, hey, that ain't no. We ain't doing that, man. Like, you get some cool shoes. I get them some. You want some shoes? Woman hoopers. We get them Sabrinas. We get.
Fucking shoes.
You know what I'm saying? But we ain't finna go buy no. We're going to Dick's
Like two.
on the wall, right? Pick one.
Pick
one on the wall.
Right?
Dick's on the wall. Nah, but Dick's
Sporting good.
Yeah, Dick's sporting good. They be having good shoes. I'm about to say Dick's got good. They got good Dick's.
So
Dick's got good
you like
shoes.
Dick's?
Yes.
Do I like Dick's?
You just since you opened the door.
You like to?
Answer.
Since you opened the door, step in it.
You like Dick's? Think about it.
You're not gonna get me like he gonna get.
You got
I'm a
Gil bad. You got Gil bad.
That was an enjoyable time. That was probably one of the highlights of my time on this
Yeah,
couch.
that was a really good one.
But let's talk a little bit more about the conversation between men's and women's college hoop.
Yes, please.
Are fans able to invest more in women's college hoopers because there's no one and done rule? Like, you got to stay for 4, sometimes 5, as we'll talk
For
about
sure.
in a moment. But
Yeah, for
so
sure.
you get somebody like a Paige Beckers who now.
And
been
even
in
with
all
her,
the
like,
time.
she missed a lot of time, and she was still able to keep her momentum and
Yeah.
her fan base, which is impressive. That's not easy to do, especially mentally. You're trying to get back, but you're still trying to build a brand at the same time, and she's been able to do it.
Or Haley Van Lith, who started at Louisville, goes to LSU, goes to TCU.
I was finna make the point.
What?
She stayed her ass.
At one place.
I'm saying?
It makes
She stayed her ass there. She came in with that hype, right? They love me here.
Yeah.
I got a following here. This man believe we
And
gonna.
but she had a goal in mind. Like, when she was a pro when she got to the league.
Yes.
A lot of these girls probably don't even have WNBA aspirations for real. So they're gonna maximize their time in college, which makes me nervous because then it's gonna turn into what we dealing with the men. Just people just bouncing around from school to school to school to
Well,
school.
I don't know, cause in women's sports, you know your stars. Like y'all stars stand out. Like when you the best woman player, you stand out. I feel like when like somebody like y'all playing amongst, like the stars stand out in college women's sports. I feel like.
Well, I mean, we about to talk about it now. Like, we've never seen what just happened happen. And then another girl who led the nation in scoring at Florida State, she leaving.
Oh yeah. No,
So, like, we ain't never seen, she had one more year at Florida State. She was gonna go down as one of the best players to play at Florida State ever. And she dipped.
Still is probably gonna go down. Is that?
Yeah, but like, they probably gonna be like, girl, bye.
Well, Lexi, segue Lexi, as you will now be known. So while we're talking about the NCAA tournament, we got to talk about some shocking news.